Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I am sat on my new chairs. If you watched my last video, you will know how obsessed I am with my new chair covers. They are making this space, so I've had them in for 2 days now, and I sit on my sofa and I just stare at them and I am just in love. It's these little things that just make me so happy. I can't describe it. Well, in fact, I probably can to you guys, because yous are here because yous are all homebodies and obsessed with interiors as well. So you understand it, you get the feeling, the vibe. So super happy with how they've turned out. They're making me very, very happy. And today I have got some bits and bobs I need to get sorted. So I'm going to be doing some work, and I also got some samples for some blinds. So for this window over here, let me just show you quickly. So for this window here, so that is my French doors, and I don't really like the blind that I've got in there because it's like a bit of a voile material, but I want to sort of change that out. So I got some samples sent to me. Don't know whether to do a roller blind or whether to just do curtains or whether to have a roller blind with curtains. So maybe you can give me a little bit of advice, but I bought these fabrics to sample for some roller blinds. I got these from Blinds to Go. If you've been following me, you know it's where I tend to get most of my, or all of my blinds that I've got in this house from, to be fair. So I've got some amazing little fabrics, and I thought I would show you some of them while I'm getting ready to set up my date. That is beautiful. That is my first one. Look how pretty that is. You know that's better, Sheldon. Oh, now I'm going to show you some things and you're probably going to be like, Sheldon, what are you thinking? Because I would probably say it's not very me, but because it's got some pattern in it, but I also want to bring something in a little bit different. So that's where my head was going. I'm not necessarily saying these are going to be amazing, but just when I was looking on the website, I was like, oh, could they look good there? So here is the first one. Bear in mind, this would be on a roller blind. Now, if I'm honest, that's probably not very me, and when I see it in person, it's not very me, but it's very pretty, it's very girly, I love it. I just don't think that would go in my space, but if you are looking for something like this, I'll tell you the names as well. So this one is Slender Forest Linen, and this is Vintage Violet. I think that is a beautiful, imagine that in a little girl's room, or even a guest room. That would be perfect. Something like that in my guest room would be really pretty, but I don't think that would be fit in here. And this is similar, but this probably, look how pretty that is. Look at them oh my god, that fabric is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Let me show you the name of that one. So just if you are looking to go and get that fabric is actually beautiful. The way that that's embossed in that, I was not expecting to be as excited with this fabric as I actually am. Because imagine that up at the top of it, and bear in mind it's only going to come down a little bit at the door, but imagine just seeing that like bit pop of something different. Let me put that in the yes or the maybe pile, because I don't have a yes pile. They also have one, these ones actually come like this, so obviously sewn in, but it's a border that would go round it, and the border would be in this colour. You can see that there. And this one's called Accents Linen. But that could be pretty. I thought the ones with the borders, I'm probably naturally this type of person. I'm not naturally this, but I don't know what it is, but something like that. See, I love this fabric. But yeah, this one here. Let me show you this other one, because this is I've got a few of them border ones. Look at that. So that would then be this colour of the blind, and then this would run down the side of it, either side and across the bottom of it. So that while it would be up, let's say that would be the bottom of the blind, it would have, I don't know if the border's that thick or not. I would need to check the website again, but that is, this one is Wilton Neutral Weave. Pretty. And then again, just similar to that one with the border, but this one's more of a brown border. So again, could be nice. could be nice. More of a, like a wee fabric, and then it would have a border going around it as well. That is quite pretty. I got quite a lot of samples, didn't I? I was having a good look through the website because I like to see what they've got, and then that's that fabric. Cavendish Warm Stone, that one's called. Haverford Oatmeal. And again, it's nice. And then this is the last one. That's pretty. I would love to know what you think. So I'm going to let you know what I think, because obviously I'm not going to buy these until this is already live anyway, so it'll be good to almost read what your thoughts are. But I'm going to let you know what mine are. Leave a little comment about what you think, because I would love to read that. But let me show you where my head is at. Not that one. I've got 3 favourites for what I've just seen, and it's getting everywhere, the little bits of fabric. So I like this one. I don't know if it's too, this was the first one that I showed you. So Salmcombe Chenille Linen. I don't know if this is too meh. And it's a beautiful fabric, because I would love that one chairs, I would love that one something, but I just don't know if I want something a little bit more, but I love it. So let me know what your thoughts on this one are. I love the idea of doing one with a border. I'm not going to lie to you. I just don't want cream on cream on cream on cream, like the Death by Neutrals, like. So it's pretty. Let me know what you think, because I absolutely adore this fabric and I adore the idea of having a border. But something's telling me this could be beautiful, because it's on the back of the house as well. And then I could just get some neutral curtains, but look at them. So I would have the roller in here, and I would probably have it sitting to about there, like in the day. The issue is I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it pulled right down, because these are really high, so I don't know if they'll do it that. So I'll get it down as far as I can. However, I probably wouldn't really close the roller anyway. I would probably have it sitting, and then I would have a curtain pole or whatever, a track, whatever I decide to do, and then have some curtains either side as well. Not too thick, because I wouldn't want it to eat too far into this little console table setup that I've got going on here. Here is a closer look at this fabric. That's probably my favourite at the minute, but I'm totally open to going chilled, and that's too wild. But there's the textured one as well. And there is the first one that I showed. So they're my 3 favourites. Yeah, this was the other flowery one, which is pretty, but this one isn't embossed. It looks like it's almost painted on. I love the thought of this all being embossed and just adding something. And then if I look at that against the chairs, because obviously the chairs are there, that's going to be there. What do we think if I look at this against the chairs? And then if I look at this against the chairs here. I think they're all really pretty, to be fair. I am made up with those, but I would love to know your thoughts. Like I say, I'm not ordering anything, and if you tell me they're all ugly, go back to the drawing board. Guess what? I'm going back to the drawing board, because you guys give me so much good advice. So please help me out. So here is my gallery wall in my hallway, and I need to get artwork for it. So I'm struggling to get 50 by 50 artwork that I really love. So what I'm thinking about doing is, if you can see this one here, it looks like it's got a mount in it, but it actually doesn't. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get mounts made at this size for all of them, because it'll be much easier to get artwork like that size. And I think this looks more luxury, so that's the vibe that I'm going for here. I'll have all mounts for all of them, and then I'll just have to get like pictures and stuff or artwork that size. So I'm going to take a couple of these down and go to a framing shop today to get that done, because I really need to get the artwork for here. Look how cute it'll be though, like when there's just little bits in. These are all the old ones, so I've had these pictures in for quite a while now, so I'm going to take, like I say, 2 of them, and we're going to get it all done, because this little area just makes me so happy. I'm getting my architrave, that's all going to be done next week. But I was just thinking that this space, like, it's quite a narrow hallway, and I was like, I don't want it to feel boring. I still want to make something out of it. So I was like, let me get the coven. So I'll put the coven all the way around the ceiling. Let me get some amazing artwork and just do a gallery wall. And I wanted to do the gallery wall look quite modern, because obviously my house is really traditional, but you know I like more of a transitional style, so I wanted to keep it quite clean looking. So yeah, I did all that myself, but yeah, it's time to start focusing on getting the artwork in. If anybody is interested, I bought these frames from Decennial, and yeah, all the artwork that you see so far is from the same place. But yeah, I'm going to change probably all of the artwork out once I get these mounts done. I'm thinking of getting a mount, not bright white like these. I think I'm going to get them a little bit more off-whitey. Not necessarily the colour of the wall, but more of a, maybe that colour there, something like this. Just so that it matches my style a little bit more. So I'm going to go and do that, and I'm hoping that they can do it, because I've never done, I've had frames made before and they put the mounts in them whatever size you want, so I'm sure they'll be able to make me some mounts for the size that I want. They're doing the inserts for me, so exactly how I wanted it. They're making them custom to the exact dimensions that I had mentioned, so I'm super pleased about that, because that means that I can get my artwork in those frames a lot quicker, and I'll be able to get artwork a lot easier. So they should hopefully be done by the end of this week. But I'm going to pop a picture up here as well of some frames that I was then designing. So it's got the wood on the outside, it's then got a little bit of metal, and then it's got the insert, but then I also wanted the metal to go on the insert as well, which just looks so like incredibly, it's just luxurious, it's amazing. So I need to get some of those frames made. Now I don't know where I'm going to put them, and I don't even know what I'm going to put in them, but what I do know is I am going to get those made, so I can't wait to get that done. I just need to pick where I want them. I'll show you where I'm thinking for there, but I just don't know if it then becomes too overcrowded, and I really want to stay away from that. So I'm not going to rush into it, I'm going to have a think, but just look how amazing those frames look. Like, I seen them and I was like, oh my god, they would go perfectly in my house. I think this spot would be great for one, but obviously I've got a mirror and I don't want to change that out. So when you come in, you've got my console area at this side, and then I was thinking up here, so maybe have 4 frames, so like a 50 by 50, 50 by 50, so 4 of the metal with the wood. But again, I think because this hall's not wide, I just think it might be too much. Again, you can let me know what you think, but ignore the chaos of this bit. This bit isn't finished yet, but I was then thinking potentially there, because once this is a normal all done, and that's quite a large space, so I could maybe get 3 50 by 50, maybe 6 of them together. So I'm going to be spending a couple of days with you guys, and I've got a video going live tonight, so I'm just going to get some work done, and then I like to free up when the video goes live, and then I'll just go through comments, and I like to reply throughout the evening. So that's going to be my plan tonight. And I've also been uploading a couple of bonus vlogs. You will have seen, like, I did my favourite coffee table books, and they'll all be added in on top of my schedule of a Wednesday and a Sunday. So I'll pop those in random days, and yeah, you'll be able to just see them, but they will not be my normal content. It'll just be a little bonus video for you. So hopefully you like that. If you don't, let me know, because, you know, I'm open to feedback. I want my little channel to give you guys exactly what you want. So yes, just let me know. So I'm going to crack on, do some work now, get the next couple hours done, then get excited for my video to go up, and then see your feedback, because So I plan on vlogging over the next couple of days. So I wasn't going to be coming back on tonight. I was going to just have a chilled night. I was reading my magazine and I thought I'm going to go on and have a little look at the comments. And I seen this most beautiful comment and I thought I had to read it out because it embodies what I'm about, and it also, I hope that, and I'm guessing that a lot of you guys feel this, but she makes some really valid points in it. So the comment says, all I keep thinking is how proud your mum would, should, or is of you for how you are taking control of your life, sorting out your large financial past, and going on to buy your beautiful home. I hope your quiet peace and happiness continues throughout your lifetime. It is the most beautiful feeling to not have the need to join the rat race of pubs and clubs, needing to run with the pack and losing yourself along the way. I too love home life, and you're doing an exceptional job of turning your home into a luxurious nest that you feel proud of. I found you a few weeks ago. You actually popped up on my page, and well, I've loved what I have saw and enjoyed your company. My husband thinks you're using your head and thinks you've executed your walls in your hall and living room perfectly. Well done, and I can't wait to see the guest room. I love your own room. I'll see you next time and stay safe. That is from Miss Ho 9831. And the part in it that I really loved was around joining the rat race and almost feeling like you, I think a lot of times society says when you're a particular age you should be going to pubs and clubs and just on that hype of moving and, you know, doing what most people, particularly my age, would be doing. And the best feeling in the world is when I started to discover myself and realise, and actually I was probably doing that for other people and not doing it for myself, because I don't love that. I don't love that partying lifestyle, and there's nothing wrong with it. If that's what gives you joy, I think what I'm trying to get at is whatever gives you inner joy, inner peace, inner happiness, go after it, because that comment just summed up perfectly what I feel and what I think, and getting away from just having to do things or feeling like you should do things so you end up going and doing things. And that's why my content is just really chilled. It's just really slow paced, and because that's the type of life that I want, and I want to be authentic on here, so that's what I show. And to some that might be completely boring, and you know, I'm okay with that, and I'm sure to others that this is the type of stuff you like. I'm sure, I'm hoping. Please, oh, don't run away and be bored of me, because I love being around here. But yeah, I just needed to come on and read that out because the comment was beautiful, and this is the sort of comments I'm talking about. You guys just fill me with so much joy. Like, that's made my whole night now. Like, I'm just sitting here smiling, and I was like, I need to jump on and talk about it now, because if I do it tomorrow, I want to show the passion and the feeling that that has just given me. She literally posted it 4 minutes ago. So thank you so much, and thank you for everyone who comments. I'm carrying this video on for the next couple of days, but yes, this has made me so happy, and seeing some regular faces pop up in my comments makes me so happy. So thank you so much. And I'm being so mushy, but I'll stop being mushy now. But good morning. It is the next day, and it's quite early, but I'm up. I'm just going to have the coziest day, and I was having a little look through quite a lot of comments, and a lot of them were aimed at paint colours that I've been using in the house, and I thought actually I've not really spoke a lot about that, so I'll go through a couple of different rooms and talk to you about some of my favourites, because paint colours and finishes of your paint can really change up the vibe of your room, and it can make it look more expensive, or if you do it wrong sometimes it can make it look a little bit on the cheap side. So hopefully by me giving you a little bit of advice on what I personally do, hopefully that can help you if you are looking at changing up any of the colours, etc. in your room. So the paint colour that I've used in the living room, now if I'm being really honest with you, this is probably the most expensive paint that I used in the house. It was in my sitting room, like my dining room. I wanted to really invest in. The paint in here I do love. This is from a brand called Lick, and the paint colour is White 05. And I guess the reason it was so expensive is this room is quite large through the dining room into the living room, and I also colour drenched, which means I took it up to the ceiling as well. And yeah, so it was obviously a lot of paint that I was having to use. I did it on my skirting boards, I did it on all the panelling, literally from floor to ceiling. I literally drenched it. And this paint, it's a beautiful, it's like a off-white, creamy, it's just like a stunning colour. I adore it. I remember when I painted my ceiling the first time, I was like, before I moved into this house, I'd never painted a ceiling other than bright white. And when I did this, I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. But it was the best thing that I ever done. I feel like it just makes your room more complete. So I'll show you around this space. You can get a bit of a feel for the colour. And then I'll take you to the hallway and I'll talk to you about that paint, because that one is way more budget friendly. So you can see over here, I've gone from the skirting and then I've gone all the way up right onto the ceiling, and I've even done the coving. Everything is pretty much just done in this colour. Now the fireplace looks the same colour, but this is actually a limestone surround. It just looks very similar, so that's not painted. That is actually, you can see all the details in the fireplace there. This here, as you can see, it's this like gorgeous, like off-white, but it's quite a creamy, warm tone. And I just think it looks incredible, especially because I've had it running all around the ceiling and then all the way down the sides. Also, I'm so sorry if you can hear the washing machine in the background. I'm being productive this morning. So yeah, this is just fabulous. I adore this colour, to be fair. And then as you'll see round here, the doors are done in it. This all needs touched up and all filled because I had all the original architrave put back on. And then you can see up here there's a little chip. That was my fault for bashing it when I was going out with the console. But overall, I think the colour just looks phenomenal. And then if you look at it over here, when it's again some different tones, it just looks so luxurious. Now I went for a flat matte finish, so I think that's perfect for me. Just be mindful if you've got kids and stuff, if that's the right thing, because it is a bit harder to maintain that type of finish because it's easier to mark and it's harder to get any of the marks off. But if you're doing it in a space where the kids aren't a lot, then it might be wise. But I know some people will do maybe a little bit more of a tougher finish in spaces where kids are a lot, which my hallway, I'll talk to you through the one that I used out there, because that one is a tough paint. So when it's marked, it's easy to wipe off and stuff. But just look at it against all the colours. I do adore this paint, to be fair. It is absolutely stunning. I love it so much. And then the colour that I've gone for in my hallway is by the brand Wix. This one I would say looks really similar to my living room one, but you'll see there is a little bit more of a sheen on that. It doesn't, I think that's because of that window. It's not, it looks matte when you're in person, but this is actually, they went for matte, but it's also a tough, like, you know, a washable paint, because I was mindful that it was in the hallway, you know, coming in with bags and stuff, scuffing it. I was thinking it'll be better if I can just wipe it, because if it was the living room paint, and as soon as you mark it, you're probably going to have to touch it up, whereas this one, and I can confirm it is tough and things do wipe off. This is by the brand Wix, and it was a fraction of the price of the living room one that I had gone for. Like, the price of this in comparison to that other one is, I think it's less than half the price. And I couldn't recommend it enough. The actual paint itself is so good. So if you are looking for something, maybe check them out. Like I say, the colour is perfection. Let me just try and show you over here. Like, it is a stunning colour. I adore it. And obviously it is washable, which helps, and I have done the same here. So I've gone right up this coving I put up, or I got installed, and it was the biggest paint ever to paint, but because the coverage on this was so good of this actual paint, it helped a lot. But yeah, I've drenched in here, so I've gone from the ceiling rose, I need to get my chandelier still, to the cornice, all the way down to the skirting. And yeah, I just think, again, for the price of this paint, especially because if you look, this area that I had to do was huge. It was all the way up there. These ceilings are 10 foot, so it's just a lot. And then a colour drench, so that colour actually went onto the stairs as well. I need to finish off this bit here because I've just had a plug socket taken out, so I'm going to get that all sorted and filled and touched up. But yeah, there was a lot. Obviously it goes all the way over there, all the way up to that ceiling as well. But I think this is probably the one that I would recommend the most based on price, based on quality. I think you can't go wrong with it. I absolutely adored it. And like I say, so far I do have to do some touch-ups and stuff, so I'm going to get that done. But based on the overall experience with it, I think this one is number 405 and it's called Champagne. So yeah, I think I would definitely recommend this one to you if you are looking for a paint for your house. And I've put my spotlights on. It's just a little bit darker in my bedroom at the minute. So the ceiling, I've gone from the coving that I had put in here. This was from Plaster Ceiling Roses. And then onto the ceiling. And I then had this stunning wallpaper, which I'll leave linked below. I had a lot of questions on this from the last video when I talked about it, so I'll leave that link from a company called Wallpaper Sales, and the code that I used was LOFT2. That brings this exact wallpaper up, so if you are looking for that. Then did paneling at the bottom as well, and I did it in the same colour that I did up on the ceiling, so similar to a colour drench, but because I've got the wallpaper it's not exactly a colour drench. But this colour is by a brand called Craig and Rose, and it is called Pale Cashmere. And yeah, it's just this stunning, it's a darker colour than the other rooms, but I wanted that in my bedroom. I wanted it to feel like a hotel. I'm going to do my door in it when I get a door. That's going to be sorted out in the next couple of weeks. I just need to finish picking them. And yeah, it's just like this warm, stunning colour. I adore it. I went for a matte finish on this, and on my wardrobes, I actually upcycled these. These were built-in wardrobes when I bought the house. So I put some trim on it, and then I put the same colour on, but then I did put a lacquer over the top of it just to protect them from scuffs and stuff when I'm opening the doors. So you'll see a tad bit more of a shine on here than you will on the ceiling. But this colour is beautiful if you want something a little bit different to just a lighter neutral. And then I've paired it up with these stunning Jim Lawrence lights, which I think are incredible. And these little light shades, the lamp shades, were just from Amazon, and you get them in like a pack of, I think, 5 or 6, and they were really inexpensive. So if you're looking for something simple and cute, that's it when it's on. And then when you turn it off, it looks like this. I'll leave them linked below because, you know, I can't recommend them enough. I've told all my friends about them because I was like, for the price of them, it is an absolute must. So yeah, that is this little space in terms of the colours. And then I don't know if you can see it a little bit different with the light off there, but yeah, that's what the colour is looking like. It is beautiful. When it comes to picking paint colours, I would be really patient. I have lived in previous places where I've just jumped in. Some places I've not even bought samples, and it just doesn't ever work out because you're not testing it with the lights in your space. So obviously the paints that you see in here could look different in your home. So I would always say go and get some samples, plaster them around a little bit, like go around the space, put it on lots of different walls, check it throughout different times of the day to make sure that you're getting the look that you want, because picking a paint colour can make or break your room. So just spend a wee bit of time on that, because I think it, like I say, it can make your room look so good, but if you get it wrong, it can clash and it can, you know, not look so good. So yeah, just a couple of little tips from me. I can do, if it would help, I can do a full video where I'm getting the paints, I'm talking about them, and I'll take you through everything if that would help you. But I had just seen a couple of questions come in about paint colours, and it got me thinking. I was like, actually, I haven't really come on and said this is what I do or this is the process that I follow. I'm obviously doing my office at the minute, so I'll talk you through that whole process because I've already pick the paint colour. I must have tried 15 samples to get my office right, because it's what we need to do just to make sure that we nail it on. But I hope that's really helpful. I've got some more work to carry on doing. I'm going to work into the evening. The cutest weekend. I'm so excited for this weekend to just have a little bit of to have some downtime. I'm going to film lots. It's just going to be fabulous. So I'm going to finish this video up here. If you're not already subscribed, please push that subscribe button. Honestly, you have no idea how much that helps me, and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next video.